Hello, friends. I'm Cristiana Figueres, former executive secretary of the Climate Change Convention and a friend, or at least known to most of you in the climate community. I am here in an exciting conversation with Jeff Wilke, who has been since 2016 the CEO of Amazon's Worldwide Consumer, which means that he leads Amazon stores, Prime, operations, technology, and marketing. And it is quite an exciting announcement that Amazon is having, or in fact, several announcements that Amazon is having this week. So it's an exciting moment for Amazon, exciting moment for all of us. But Jeff, can I first say how delighted I am to see you again. We're here at the beginning of Climate Week, a very different Climate Week from the usual run around in New York. But how are you doing with the excitement and the drum roll that has led up to all of your announcements this week?
Christiana, I can't believe it's been a year, but thank you again for your partnership on the Climate Pledge. And also thank you as an architect of the Paris Climate Agreement, your amazing commitment to bringing the whole global community together to tackle climate change is unmatched. And it's an honor for me to have this conversation with you. I can't believe it's been a year since Amazon and Global Optimism launched the Climate Pledge. In that time, Amazon has been on a significant journey toward net zero carbon by 2040. And for those watching the video, we should probably remind them the Climate Pledge is a company's pledge to meet the Paris Agreement goals 10 years early. Amazon signed the pledge with you, and so have an increasing number of global companies.
We just announced in partnership between Amazon and Global Optimism, we announced the Climate Pledge just a year ago. I am actually delighted about all of the progress that has been made by Amazon for itself, for its clients, for its employees, but also by Amazon in leadership of other companies. It is really quite amazing, everything that has happened in the past year since the launch of the Climate Pledge and all of the steps that have been taken to net zero by 2040. You know, Jeff, what tickles me always about the Climate Pledge that I always find so fun is that Amazon is proving the Paris Agreement wrong. What I mean by that is that the Paris Agreement invites everyone to be at zero net by 2050. But Amazon basically came up and said, no, 2050 is too late. Let's make it 10 years earlier. So I have never been more delighted to be wrong than to be shown how it's possible to be at net zero by 2040. So always exciting partnership with Amazon.
Well, we're super excited about the Climate Pledge. And as you said, it's a commitment that we've made along with other companies to meet the Paris Agreement 10 years early. We signed the pledge right at the beginning, of course, and so have a host of increasing number of global companies, which is super exciting. So we're launching a couple of things. One of them is the Climate Pledge Friendly Badge, which is a program that we're going to launch first in the US. And it's a new shopping experience that makes it easier for customers to discover and to shop for sustainable products right on Amazon. The products have passed at least one of 19 different sustainability certifications, which all are about helping to preserve the natural world. We have worked with a host of organizations to put these certifications together. And we're super excited about launching the program. And frankly, I can't wait to try it.
So, Jeff, I'm really super excited about the Climate Pledge Friendly Badge because there has been for years such a conversation about whether individual choices actually make any difference or not. And I think you're coming forward with a very clear response for that, which is, yes, they do make a difference. Now, in order to allow customers, clients, to be able to make the right choice for sustainability, you have to help them out. You have to give them information, and especially you have to give them information that is easy to digest, easy to manage, and easy to put into action. So by putting your little hourglass with wings, and I'm sure you're going to tell me why that is the badge that you have chosen, what you're basically doing is you're making it very easy for Amazon customers to differentiate between products and services and be able to choose what they would naturally, I'm hoping, want to choose, which is those products that are actually helping with solutions to sustainability rather than the opposite. And it's a very interesting way of, I would say, nurturing the virtuous cycle that exists between supply and demand. But here's what I would love to hear you speak about a little bit. You're basically going off there into leadership position, assuming that customers are going to follow your lead, assuming you're anticipating demand that is more sophisticated than it used to be, and assuming that your customers really do want to know the difference between sustainable and not sustainable, and you're investing quite a bit into making that choice possible and easy for your customers. So I'm very interested in that anticipation, because that anticipation is basically what lies between the supply and demand and what is going to feed the virtuous cycle. If I, as a consumer, if it's made easy for me, then I will choose the sustainable products. And that is going to be a market signal collectively. The more we do it, the more signals the companies will get, and then they will invest more into sustainable products. So there is a virtuous cycle that you're feeding and nurturing. And I just wondered, are you doing it because you're anticipating that demand? Are you doing it because you already have the demand? Are you reacting to something that you already see, or are you actually anticipating what is to come and nurturing it to the next level?
Well, this is a great question. I think there's already demand. There's already awareness that you helped to drive over the course of more than a decade. That it's important for all of us to take action to help to mitigate the impact of climate change. And we've been at this for years, actually. So Amazon's made significant progress since we announced the climate pledge last year. But we've been working on this since back to 2008 and even before. We've had a commitment to sustainability that started with something we called frustration-free packaging, which was a recognition that we ship items in cardboard packaging with packaging inside. And we wanted to do everything we could to reduce the amount of that packaging that went to consumers, because we thought, to your virtuous cycle point, we thought that consumers would appreciate it and that it was good for the environment. And so we've significantly reduced the amount of packaging. Actually, together with our brand and seller partners, we think we've eliminated about 1.6 billion boxes, cardboard boxes, that otherwise would have been sent to customers, along with the packaging that's inside of it. In addition to what we've done to sort of improve the packaging, we've committed to 100% renewable energy by 2025. You may recall our original commitment was 2030, so that's 5 years earlier. We've placed a purchase order for 100,000 fully electric delivery vehicles. So when the truck that shows up to offer your Prime package in the future, it will be an electric vehicle. We've invested $100 million in nature-based solutions around the world. And we've also just announced a climate pledge fund where we've put $2 billion to work. And the idea is to back visionary companies and inventors and entrepreneurs that are building products and services that'll facilitate the transition to a low carbon economy. And now we're ready for the next step. We've been at this for a long time. You've been at this for a long time. There are lots of people that care, but we want to make it easier for all of our customers to access and make product choices that are completely aligned with our commitment to a more sustainable future.
And Jeff, if I can take where we started with the packaging, and it seems to me that you're fast forwarding the non-frustration packaging, and now your new version of that, but correct me if I'm wrong, is compact by design, where you are really reducing the volume of products, and therefore the volume that needs to be transported, and hence reducing emissions. Can you tell us a little bit about compact by design?
We've actually been working on, as you say, this additional program called Compact by Design, which is a certification to encourage brands to design products that reduce carbon emissions and increase efficiency through better packaging, and actually designing the product to take air and water out of what we're delivering. So the whole idea is that, you know, products are, and packaging are a combination of the way the products are designed and then the packaging around them. And if we can concentrate liquids and remove air in packaging so that products are more compact, then we can fit more items onto a truck and then or a plane, and consequently, spend less energy to get items to customers. So it makes shipments more efficient. There's a bunch of examples. One of them would be dishwashing soap. So a typical container might be, a complicated form that has a bunch of air in it when you put multiple copies of these things into a box or even on a pallet. Well, imagine that you built a soap container that was just a cube that was highly concentrated, so that we could fit all of those cubes tightly together and create a more efficient shipment, and again, maximizing the efficiency and energy efficiency in getting these items directly to consumers. And since we're using item packaging dimensions, the cube, to determine the efficiency, Compact by Design optimizes for products that fit the greatest amount of product into the smallest amount of space. And I can't wait to try these products.
Well, I've always said that carbon constraint, which is what we're under, all of us right now, carbon constraint is the birthplace of innovation and efficiency. And what better example than this? Jeff, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing some of the things that Amazon is doing. And I look forward to further exciting announcements from the Climate Pledge later on this week. Thanks for the conversation.
Christiana, thank you. And thanks for your leadership. We can't wait for our customers to begin using these things we're about to launch.